There is a sandbar here I can put the board on. Oh my gosh! Guys, it's actually kind of legit. It might be waist high out here.
Well guys, I just drove out here to the point in Buxton, that same wave Ben Gravy and I surfed, the right point the other day. And I wasn't really expecting much, but I've seen a couple that have just peeled the whole way. So it honestly looks like it might be waist high. It's really hard to tell because I have to look at it from a ways over because of this bird closure. I'm gonna paddle the 8.0 Wave Bandit Easy Rider and my 5.2 Siamese twin from Superman. Go see if we can have some fun. Try and catch a couple. Right as I'm filming this, all of a sudden it's just like washed through sets, but I'm hoping that those are random. So let's see if I can go get one.
Hooked up my Siamese twin to my foot. There is a sandbar here I can put the board on. Oh my gosh! Guys! It's actually kind of legit. It might be waist high out here. Oh, I wish I would have known. I'm not prepared for this camera-wise, battery-wise, board-wise. It's like a real wave. I'm gonna put the Wave Bandit on the beach. Try and catch a couple on the twin before I hop on the log. Harder to surf than it looked. They're big enough. I mean, there's like almost waist high sets, but they're real sectiony and fast. The better shaped waves are the smaller ones. So grab the Wave Bandit, gonna catch a couple. I think my Sony battery probably shut down, so got the GoPro. Oh. Legit size out here. I'm bummed I wasn't here when the tide was higher. It's supposed to get real windy today, but if it doesn't, I'm gonna be coming back out here. You go charge the solo shot. Jeffrey's at the Kelly Slater wave pool with James Jenkins shooting some stuff for real. I'm without a silver today and wasn't really planning to surf, but when I realized this might be breaking, I couldn't turn it down.
Well, that was super successful. Unfortunately, I got here a little too late and the tide's too low. When I paddled out on the Siamese twin, that's probably when the best waves came in, but I missed them. I was trying to figure out the lineup, and then I hopped on the Wave Bandit and it had like 2 or 3 long ones, but I think my camera might be dead, so I don't know, I haven't watched it yet. But I had the GoPro running. That was super fun. I mean, I had 2 or 3 super long waves. So here's to hoping this afternoon produces. I'll at least come give it a look, so. Oh. Finished my coffee. It's still hot because it's been in my corksicle. It appears that what I surfed this morning was an anomaly because there's still quite a bit of swell, but the wave looks like shin high now. It's almost not even breaking. I'm not even gonna try and break it down. I'm not really sure what's going on. But it's cleaner though. Man, the way it was earlier, I thought it was gonna fire this evening. I can't believe that it was that big earlier and this small now, even though the rest of the beach looks relatively the same. Novelty waves, you just never know. Well, after giving it a little look, it looks like it's actually getting a little better, so those boys are suiting up. I'm gonna do the same, try and set up the solo shot, take the GoPro out there, catch a couple waves. Hopefully these guys that are Spanish fishing won't be too bummed, but there's actually more fish straight out anyway, so they might as well move. Let's go.
I just stepped on a massive rig. That was it definitely wasn't a shark. I just popped up in front of me. side, red drum on the other. Welcome to Cape Hatteras. Ballyhoo. I've never seen a ballyhoo on the beach. Danny, check out this marlin. So we kind of had to take a break because guys, they just landed probably 6 or 7 big red drums. That was sick. Look at this wave. That was actually good. Well, that was super fun. Cash, Wolfie, Benny, just like catching side waves. It was a lot more out of control than when I surfed it this morning. I think due to the high tide, there was a lot of swell coming from the other side. And then the drum bite was going off. I wish I had a rod out there and some bait. There was one point, there was like 6 fish, I think, landed at the same time. That was cool. Lots of bait in the water, a little sketchy. Tons of bluefish. I kicked a big ray. I'm gonna go home, get a shower, get some dinner, and tomorrow I'm going to pick up a boat. What? Yeah, I bought a boat. Now, it's not a big boat, it's a 14-foot John boat, but it's my first boat and I'm excited, and I'll talk to you guys more about that tomorrow. Well guys, bought my first boat ever. I searched super hard to find this. A lot of weeks went into looking for the motor, and then all of a sudden, 3 nights ago, I looked online and there was the whole setup. Same boat I wanted, same motor, had a casting platform already on, came with a trolling motor. Like, I'm through the roof on this purchase. I'm out here in Raleigh, just drove 4 hours out. Been here at dang Cabela's for 2 hours trying to get parts to like a transom saver to set up the motor for towing 4 hours back home. Yeah, I got a boat cover and had to get a spare tire for the trailer. I'm gonna catch you guys up on this and whatnot tomorrow morning. My dad and I are gonna take it for a little test drive. So we'll touch base then. I gotta get out of here and get home. 4 hours driving. It is 8 o'clock at night. Oh, gosh dang it. All right, yeah, I gotta go. Here we go, maiden voyage to first test run. Launched it super easy. Me and my dad are gonna go see if we can find some fish and put it to the test. Was that a little trout? Yeah, a little speckled trout. Yeah, first fish in the new boat. I'm stuck. Just got me a little trout. Tiny, tiny little guy, but my first fish in the boat. I'll take it. Well, the boat mission was an absolute success. Like I said, I wasn't gonna film much. I took my GoPro in case we did come across some fish. We've got to, you know, learn the motor, learn it all, like how the boat felt, this and that. I'm excited to take people out, go fish, and fellowship and have a good time. Not that you need a boat to do that. You don't need a boat to do that. But I've spent the last few years paddling my family multiple miles in the canoe, and I'm stoked to have something with a little bit of horsepower. Here, let me, just to kind of touch on a few things. I spend a lot of time fishing, a lot of time working really hard to get my family out on the water in whatever way I can. You know,
that has been awesome and it has worked. I appreciate owning this so much more because of all of those miles I've paddled in the canoe. Into the wind with 4 humans. Those adventures were awesome, but I look forward to making new adventures in this vessel. You know, my family's just getting bigger, and we actually went out in the canoe a couple days ago, and it was really hard. Now that the kids like weigh a little bit more and move around a little bit more, it was just kind of a pain. I would still do it all year long because I want them on the water and I want them to grow up that way. But I was looking like, man, this is gonna be a tough year if I don't find a boat. It's perfect, like it's 14 feet, it's super stable. My dad and I were both standing up. It's funny, when I was looking, I had friends that were like, oh, you don't wanna get that, that's gonna be small for your family, yada yada. Like you should get a you know, Carolina skiff. You know, I just don't have the money to do that. I wanted something that fit within my budget, that was in good condition and newer, that I could rely on for a few years. And it's important to live within your means. Like I could go out and go in debt and get a big Carolina skiff with a tower and be really psyched on that for going out in the ocean and all over the sound, whatever. But then with that, obviously I'd be in debt. So my wife and I work really hard to make sure that we live within a budget, that we don't acquire debt. Yeah, now I have this and it has low maintenance fees and I can just go launch it wherever, like right down the road in Buxton. And so I'm gonna use it more. I'll spend less gas money and we're gonna have an epic time. And maybe sometime in the future, I'll get a bigger boat. But for now, I'm absolutely through the roof on this. I'm gonna enjoy the heck out of it and get my family on the water, actually fishing and not me just paddling into the wind. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I just wanted to give you that little bit of like my thought process in purchasing this and basically my thought process in all purchases. And sorry there wasn't really much like filming of the boat and the launching and the fishing and stuff, but there will be many videos to come from this thing. So stay tuned. If you haven't been following along, be sure to hit subscribe and I'll see you guys next week.